Voters in Kirkwood will be deciding on a sales tax increase to fund road repairs and improvements. Drivers say even if it passes, there are other traffic safety issues that need to be fixed. Kimberly Donahue has the details, new at 10.
I'm here every single day. It's an uncomfortable ride.
Adrian Fodor is a regular driver of Kirkwood streets, most frequently at the intersection of Big Bend and Geyer. It's where Confluence Academy's assistant principal, Sarah Howell, died in a crash almost 6 months ago.
Especially by the intersection over there, it gets really bad.
This election, voters in Kirkwood will be asked about funding city road construction with a half-cent sales tax over the course of 15 years. The measure does not cover Big Bend at Geyer. That's a St. Louis County road. But Fodor says he's supportive about improvements on other streets in Kirkwood.
If they were to improve their roads, I wouldn't mind pitching in, or like them using a portion of the tax to fix the roads, because it'd improve my life and everybody else, especially like the people at the schools or whatever, like around the area. I think it'd improve their lives as well.
Not everyone is sold on the tax plan.
Kirkwood continues to fail to put traffic safety in their plans. So it's one thing of getting more money for roads, but if you're not going to do it right and put in safety, why do it at all?
St. Louis County says there will be changes coming to this intersection starting next year, including the increase in size of a pedestrian island, the addition of a median to reduce left turns, and paving of the roads. What the plan doesn't address and where Carney thinks it could be improved include the reduction of size in lanes and making the sidewalk elevated.
You have to ask yourself, do you want to be delayed for 30 seconds from I-270 to I-44 on this road and save countless lives? Or do you want to say, I don't care about the lives, I just don't want to give up that 30 seconds?
If the road got improved, it'd be helpful for everybody, you know?
In Kirkwood, Kimberly Donahue, First Alert 4.
And stay right here with First Alert 4 for complete coverage of Campaign 2024. On Election Day, November 5th, we'll have special coverage starting at 4 p.m. and expanded local reports on Channel 32, Spectrum 186 from 7 to 10 p.m. You can also get election updates and results as they come in on your First Alert 4 News app.